So, all right. So I think I'm noticing there's Dulles. He's here again. He was here last night too, and so I start off by playing him last night. So I think I'll start by playing him again tonight and see how it goes. So D4. I'll play B6. Play this good old Owens defense. See how it goes this time. So E6. Maybe D5 next or knight E7. And we'll see. Okay, so knight F3. I'll play knight E7. Queen E2. I'll play G6. Probably he'll play H4. He'll play C4 and Queen E2 like this. He did this a couple times against me last night too. He didn't have a lot of success. Bit odd, but he was also very slow. So maybe now the time zone's more convenient too for him. So bishop B1. I'll castle. Probably he'll play A3, I assume. Play knight C6. And I see that Burke writes, this doesn't look like man versus machine. That's a good comment, actually, because normally when you see such setups, I mean, I'm pretty well known for playing this setup against computers. So it would seem that, yeah, Burke has a point that this is not a man versus machine. So he's probably confused as to why I'm playing this opening. Nevertheless, I think the position is pretty reasonable. So I'll play knight B3. Probably he'll go rook A2, and then I might play F4. Or I might just take on E6. I'm not sure. Probably I'll play F4, though. The point is with the knight on B3, this rook on A1 is not ideal. And I see HTFP0 writes, well, Dulles is a man. Well, Dulles is a man, so if you... Well, if you assume Dulles is a man, this is basically man versus machine. So that is correct. So I'll play F4 here. He'll probably play bishop C1, I'm guessing. Maybe bishop C2 is possible. Probably just bishop C1. And now I could also do something interesting like knight C6. But I think I'll just play it simple. I'll just take the pawn. And I'm definitely going to take his bishop in a move or two. Now here he plays rook D1. So if I want to, I can take the bishop. I can move my queen. I think I'll just take the bishop. So he'll take back, obviously. Now I think I'll play C5 here. And basically, the problem here for white is this rook on A2 is not well placed. And so he plays E5, trying to free the bishop on this diagonal. But I suspect that here I can just take. He takes. I'm just going to play knight F5. If he wants to take, I'll just play rook F5. This pawn on E5 is pretty loose here. So there are some issues for white. So he does take, so I'm going to take back. He'll probably play rook D1, I assume. I'll play queen F8. This position is probably equal because even though I'm about to win a pawn, he does have this very nice outpost on E4 for his knight. So bishop E5, rook D7. I can play rook F7. I could also have played rook D8. I kind of like rook F7 more, so takes. I'll take. He plays queen B7. So rook E1. So now I'll take on C3. If he takes with the queen, I'll play queen D6. If he takes with the pawn, I'll probably just play like rook D8 and just play the position. But now after queen D6, I think I'm looking pretty good here. I'm up a pawn. This pawn, I wish this pawn was on F5 or F6, of course, but still, it is a pawn, and I am controlling this D file, which is also very important. I'm going to put a rook on D8 next move, and then we'll see what happens. So he plays H4, play rook D8, keep control of this D file here. Queen F3, play E5. Support the pawn at F4, and also I can always play king F6 if I need to further reinforce it. So H5, I'll play queen E6 here, try to attack this pawn. Also free up something along this D file here. Use my rook because the queen is nicely placed there, but I can't really do much with it. So rook D7. So he takes, I'll take. And now let's see what will he do. Alright, so sorry about that. I just realized my battery's really low. So he plays queen B8. So now I can take on C4. He'll probably take on E5. That's not great. If I play rook E7, which I think I will do. So now he's probably going to go queen H8. But I think here I can maybe take, or just play queen F6 and just try to play the position anyway. So queen H7. I'll go king F8, queen H6, king G8 is my plan. Goes queen H3, now I'll go king G7, so he has no squares here. He has nothing along this 8th rank, really. And now I'm threatening to maybe just push this pawn like forward to E4, E3. So queen D3, play queen F5. queen d6. I'll play queen e6. And now when he goes queen d3, I'm going to go e4. And now I'm going to start to use these pawns, this extra pawn that I have here in the center, to try and just push it down the board. If he goes queen d2, he'll hang c4 as well. So he plays queen b8. So I can take on c4 if I want to, which I really do actually, but I don't really, the position's not conducive for it, so I kind of want to see if I can do something else. But I'm not seeing it, so I'm just going to play e4 here. And he'll probably take on f4, I'll take on c4. Maybe rook d1, I'll play queen e6. If rook d6, queen e5. Or queen f5 probably. So I'll play queen f5 here. But I just allowed queen h4 or queen b8. So now I'm going to go e3. Check, I'll go king h6. If he plays queen h2, I think I can just go king g5 maybe. Queen g3, king f6. If rook f8, rook f7. Go king f7. Ah, but here he's rook g7. He's running out of time though. Did he just flag? Did he lag or did he just flag there? One of the two happened. I don't know which one. That was weird. That was very weird. I don't know what happened there. So I'll rematch him, see if he wants to play another game. Again, as with previous times I've done this, including last night, if people want to donate $5 or more, I'm more than willing to play a Blitz or a Bullet game with them. So if you are interested, I'll be paying attention to that as well. So, okay, so b3, and now he aborts the game. That was weird. So that's, okay, that was weird. So he aborts the game. I guess he left or something. I don't know if he was lagging or what that was all about. Because he had like 15 seconds when he flagged in that last game. So I don't know what that was. But anyway, let's see. So I think maybe I'll look to see if there are any people in Bullet. I challenged Amon, KMVP, challenged the other guy. Oh, sorry. And as Chessbay just pointed out, and she I believe that's a woman. I believe she wrote, Hikaru, no one can donate because you're streaming on Chess Twitch, not Twitch. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I started laughing because I saw this other message from Chess Sucks where he writes, "Can I donate blood?" I'm afraid this is a chess channel. This isn't like a vampire channel or something. I don't think those donations are welcome. So. Okay, maybe I'll try and play this guy JS Prez at Bullet. He's 27-17. It says Norway. Is that like Johann Sebastian someone? I think it is, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I see Dulles has returned again, so I'll challenge him at Blitz. Okay, and so yeah, so I'm playing Dulles again. The match continues. What's going on? He just aborted for a second time. Is he trying to troll me or something? That was very weird. Okay, so again, if anyone has any questions, of course, I'll try to respond to them as best I can. Yeah, so far it seems fairly quiet in the chat. All right, so okay, so if JS Press doesn't want to play, let's see who else is. I might just play people randomly now for a little bit if no one wants to play. I mean, I challenged him on. He seems to not want to play at the moment. Abiku, another guy, maybe Extreme Unger. Okay, so actually, okay, here we go. So now I'm playing Dulles. I guess he wanted to abort so he could get white again. I don't really understand the point of that. But all right, so f4, I'll play d5. Try to force him to clarify the structure so he doesn't get some f. He wants to play f5, obviously. So I'll play c5, c3, knight e7. And f3, I'll play queen e7, maybe to play bishop a6, maybe. And the queen covers this a4 square also. So, you know, so we'll see what he wants to do here. Maybe he'll play queen e2, maybe he'll play just castles. Chessbay asks, who are you playing first in the World Cup? To be honest, I don't actually know. I haven't looked at the first round. I know several of the later pairings that I possibly have. But but I haven't looked at the first round offhand. I know it's someone around like I think 2250, 2300. So I'll take a look once I start preparing seriously in a couple of days once I get to Athens, Greece. For the moment, I'm just trying to relax and enjoy myself. I know that in the second round, I think I'm probably playing, assuming I win, I'm probably playing Bruzon or I believe Anton Guiaro, the guy that I beat in Gibraltar the last 2 years. So I know that much. So knight takes b5. I can play a6 here if I want to. I think I will. Just get rid of this knight because these squares could be weak. So bishop e7. Probably he'll play a3 here. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. So he plays rook c1. I'm just going to retreat my knight before he can play a3. So he plays knight d1. Now I kind of have to figure out what I'm trying to play for. Because I can play f5 if I want to. I can play h5 too. Neither of those moves looks horribly attractive, to be honest. Because, I mean, I kind of have to figure out where my king is going here. So I'm going to play something a little bit weird. I'm going to play bishop f8 and put the bishop on g7. Basically admit that I made a mistake putting on e7 and put it on the other diagonal. Now I'll play h5 to stop g4 and stop knight g4 also. So play knight e7. He can take here if he wants to, but I'll just take with my king. And then I should be doing okay. Doesn't look too bad, not yet at least. Although this could get bad in a hurry if I'm not careful. And he got some kind of h3 g4. This could get really ugly. So I can castle here. I don't necessarily want to. I can also take maybe. That looks very iffy, but let's see. But why not? Let's see what's going to happen here. So he'll take. I'll play knight c6 again. He can play knight e5, f5. A couple different ideas here. But so far, at least, my king is not too loose. It's not great here, but it's not too loose, not yet at least. So if I can run my king over to like b7 or something, I probably can survive this. He plays knight e7, so now I'm gonna go. If I go rook a7, maybe it's knight g5. I didn't actually see knight e7, so I'll play rook a7. And this has kind of gotten pretty ugly. So we'll see. So king in the center. So maybe knight g5. Ah, yeah, and Ashespe said yes. Actually, yeah, I did know that. Actually, I think it's a Pakistan GM. He's from Pakistan or Bangladesh or one of those two countries. I think I'm not certain. I feel like that's correct, but I'm not certain. So I've got myself into just an absolutely terrible position here. So I'm just hoping that I can maybe flag him or he makes a slight error and then I'm okay. Because it's still, white is much better, but it's not gone yet. So here I can maybe take. Maybe I can take and play knight d7 or something. Let's see, can I take? I don't see why I can't take. I mean, I'm completely busted almost no matter what I do here, so he plays knight e6, but can't I take here and take on e7 with my king? Queen g7, rook f7, queen g5, king d6, queen g3, e5. If he takes with a pawn, I go king e6. Oh, what is... Whoa, queen g6, now I just take his queen. What was that? What was that? That was really unfortunate. Okay, so that's 2 games so far to me. Definitely I didn't deserve to win that second one, but he got careless there. I'll play d4, probably takes, knight d4. Or he plays d5, so now I'll castle. e4, c4, f5. I'm going to play bishop a3 here, just take away this knight b4 square and maybe do something along this long diagonal, possibly. So rook e8, I'll play knight c3. Now there's a lot of pressure on this pawn on e6. I'll play knight f4. Take. Probably just gonna exchange everything here on the on d5, and I'm gonna go like rook c1. And now maybe rook c5 is an idea. Plays rook c8. I can play rook c5 if I want to, but I want to see if there's something better I can do, like maybe f3 at some point. I'll play queen c2 here. And as Taylor969 says, Greece for holidays. No, actually, I think I mentioned this on my stream last night. Athens is one of the few places which has some direct flights to Tbilisi, Georgia. And so I figured I'll do sort of a training camp in Georgia, or in Greece, and then I'll go to and I'll go from there to Tbilisi. Okay, so queen e7, d5, and now black has problems because his pawn is very, very strong now on d5, and I suspect it's correct to play black still is completely fine, but it's getting a little bit unpleasant now. So he plays rook d8. I can play bishop c4. I can maybe play queen c4 because he's not threatening to actually take the take my pawn here on d5. So queen c4 looks interesting. Do I have any other moves that make sense? Bishop c4, just king h8 probably, but I don't see any other moves that make a whole lot of sense. Maybe I'll try something interesting. I'll try b4 to try and play b5 and really take advantage of this the way he's assorted his pieces here on the c file. So rook d6. I think I'll play. If I play b5, he goes c5. Obviously, if I take, he takes, and I don't have a whole lot. I think I'm going to play queen c5 here, and probably he'll play b6, but maybe not. I'm not sure. So he does. I'll play queen c4. I'll give him c5 if he wants it, and then I'm going to go queen a6. That's my plan. Now I'll play a3, and if I can get a bishop to c6, that's really the dream. If I somehow can get a bishop to the square, then I'm doing fantastically well. So I might get that actually. So bishop b5, king h7. I'm going to put a bishop on c6 now. Probably he'll take on b4. Doesn't have to, but his attack over here on the king side is very, very slow at the same time. So I think now I'm gonna bring my queen back to f1. Maybe go for h3 because I'll have something. The pawn will be pinned on h4. So he plays bishop e5. Now I'm gonna play b5 to make sure that I fix this pawn structure here on the king side, on the queen side. Sorry. So bishop f6. Now I'm gonna play g4 here. I'm really gonna try and play in the position because his rooks here are pretty clumsy on d6 and c7. And also with this pawn structure where he has the 2 versus 1, but the pawn on b5 fixes them. This should be fine for me to try and play over here on the king side. And also his pawns are a little bit weaker here on the light squares potentially. I might be able to attack them with my bishop later on. So he plays h3. I think I'll take. Probably bishop e5. I'll play king g2. If he goes rook h6, I might go king f1. I might just play rook h1. If he plays rook g6, I can play king h1 if I want to. I don't know if I want to, though. King h1, he's probably going king f6, rook g1. It's a pawn, but I don't really see the point. I'm going to try to play here, get my king to the center, and then try and play against these weak pawns here in the center on f5 and e4. So bishop d6, I'm going to play rook h1 now, because now his rook on c7 is still a little bit clumsy here, and again, my bishop is much better than his bishop, and these pawns here are a little bit weaker too. So rook g2, I'll play rook h5. If king g6, I'll play rook h1. I really want to get 2 rooks on the h file if I can. So f4, I'm going to take. He takes, I'm going to play rook h1, try to get something on h7. But he does have e3, which I forgot about. But now I can go d6 maybe? Rook f2, king d3 takes, check, check, check. What is going on here? Can I check? I think I'm going to play d6. Rook f takes, king d3. And now I get this check, and let's... How can you defend here? He does have king e5 maybe, so I'm going to have to flag him, unfortunately, as much as I don't want to. So let's see. So how can he... Okay, so yeah, that wasn't perfect, but okay. So let's see. So next game. Okay, so I'm off to a good start tonight. 3-0 against Dallas. A little bit lucky the second game. That last one probably should have been a draw, but time is a part of the game, and you got to use it to your advantage when you have more time. So bishop h4, play h6. Now the drawback to h4 here is that he's trying to do something here on the king side, but it's a little bit hard now to castle king side. So white's king is a little bit unclear where this king is going. So b4, I'll play a5, a3, and now I'm going to play f5 here. And now with him having thrown in h4, h6, his pawn covers the g5 square. Like white would like to get a knight to e6, but it's very hard. And so g3, I'm going to castle. And now the problem for white here also is that white has to figure out what he's doing here. Like, is he going to castle king side? Is he going to castle queen side? What exactly is he doing? So he plays h5. Now I can play f4 if I want to. I can also just take on b4 and do something. But I think I'm going to go g5 here. And he can take on f5 if he wants to, I think. But I might have e4 and then b takes a takes b4 also. Or actually, no, if he takes, then I can take on b4 and play e4, and I'm going to win some material. I'd like to show it on the board. If I show it on the board, I might end up making an accidental pre-move, and that would be unfortunate. So he takes on a5. So now he's really like, he takes on a5. What is he going to take on f5 or not? I'm just going to take and give him the opportunity again to take on f5. So I really think taking on f5 now is going to be bad, because it's probably going to let me play like something like c6 and really just break up this center that white has. Although I guess here he could sack on g5 too, but he chooses not to, so I'm going to take. Probably he'll play knight e4 or bishop e4, I don't know which one. One of the two, at any rate. So he plays knight e4, that's kind of what I expect. Now, if I want to, I can play c6 here, or even c5 maybe. c6 though looks very... c6 looks very attractive. It's too hard to resist playing c6, so I'm just going to do it. So takes. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry, he took on g5, but now can't I take on e3 maybe and just take... if I take on e3 takes, I take on g5, h6, bishop f6, queen h5. But it's hard to believe that this can be good for white. So let's see. So he takes on g5. Now I could just take also. Takes bishop g5 and then play something like queen e8 maybe? Looks very dangerous though. So if I take h6. That's the starting point. So h6, bishop f6, queen h5. Knight d7. No, queen e7, queen g6, king h8. Okay, so knight takes g5. So let's see. So if I take on d5 here, he plays knight e6. I take, he takes. Probably that's not good, but it's not clear. So what to do here? So I can play knight e3 maybe, knight e3, fe3, and bishop c8. If I'm really worried about the sack. And I think I am. I don't believe the sack is okay for white, but I'm gonna be pragmatic here and just put the bishop here, prevent this, because even without the g pawn, white's still very underdeveloped. I mean, you have all these pieces here in the center which aren't doing a whole lot. So I'm gonna take. He's gonna take. I'll go d5. If he takes, I'll take. Basically, I want to open up this long diagonal here if I can. This h8 to a1 diagonal. At some point, if I can get e4 and something like this, for example. So probably he'll... Actually, if he takes, I can take with the rook, maybe. No, then he plays e7. So I'll just take with the pawn. He can play queen b3 here, probably. But then I'll just move my king out of the way. So he plays queen g4. What is queen g4? So now I'm going to take. If I take, he goes queen takes e4. So that's what queen g4 is. Okay, so if I take, he takes. I play rook f6. And let's see. So does he have something here or not? It's queen h7, king f8, 7. I can just take. Bishop c4, I guess, is his idea. And if I play king e8. Probably I'll play like rook d1, I'll play knight d7 just to make sure that I cut this diagonal, or not diagonal, sorry, the file here to d8. And white's king is also weak too here. So now I'm going to take on a3 because this king here is also very stuck in the center for white. So if he plays queen g8, I'll just play bishop f8. Plays queen e4, I think I'll just play queen b4. So rook d2, I actually forgot about that move. That was a bad choice. I'll play king e7. Knight c5. Queen d5, I'll play rook a8 just to cut queen d8 check off. Queen e5, I'll play knight e6. I didn't expect bishop there, so that was bad. He had rook d7 and queen b8 made as well, but that for some reason I didn't think he was going to take on e6. When he took on e6, if I go back right here, I could have played rook f2 check, or yeah, I could have played rook f2 check, and that would have just won the game on the spot. But I didn't think he would take. I thought he was going to play rook d7 check right away, so that worked out better than it should have. So, okay, so knight c6, I'll play e3, g6, knight f3. We're going to play something pretty similar, I think, to what we just had, d4. He'll take, I take, knight f6, bishop e2, probably play c4. We had this a couple times last night as well, this exact same position, so let's see what he wants to do. So queen d6, I'll play knight c3. And so rook b8. I'll just play queen d2 here. Put my rooks on d1 and c1 probably. Looks like the ideal spot. Perfect harmony for the rooks. Although here he could take on c4. So that kind of was a bad idea, but because now black doesn't have double pawns on the c file. But at the same time, I mean, this is not the end of the world. This position's still completely fine for white. It's just I let him off the hook. Or as the football reference goes, what is that football reference? We knew they are who we thought they were, something like that. At any rate, so bishop a6. I'll play rook d1, but now his pawns here aren't perfectly placed. In fact, so now I'll play knight a4, offer an exchange of the bishops, and now I'm going to try to play against these pawns they're a little bit misplaced here on c6 and d5. So rook c8, I'll play bishop d3, offer an exchange of the bishops. And so let's see what he wants to do here. And again, you guys, if you have questions, so let me know. Someone just asked something about a Rolex again, I think. So I'll play. Okay, so I can play knight a4. I can play rook c3. I'm going to play rook c3 here. c5. No, I think I'm going to play knight d3. And if he goes c4, I can take the pawn, because now with my knight on d3, I cover the c1 square. So if I want to take a pawn, I can take a pawn here. I can play knight e5, but I think I'll just take. And actually, if he takes with the pawn, then if he goes pawn takes, I have knight e5. So he goes rook c4, so I'll just take. And take, and now of course the knight on d3, I'm covering the c1 square. I can block with the rook. So rook d8, rook c3. Now you can play knight c5 here. I don't know if it's the best move. It's probably drawing is my guess. But so let's see. So what can I do here? So I'll play g4. Rook a3, rook c2, g5. I'll play h3 to protect the pawn on g4. Now I'm going to try to bring my king over if I can. It's going to be pretty hard to win this. I think this is probably just a draw with correct play, but you never know. So he goes f6, but now I can go rook b7 and pick off a pawn. And if we get a 4 versus 2, I'm actually going to make this a 3 versus 1 on the king side. Play rook h6, force the king back, and then I'm going to go like rook h5. So he goes king e5, so I'll play rook h5. King e4, I'm going to go rook f5. And now this is just completely winning. Naka, if you're in distress, type in the chat. I don't think I'm in distress. I'm doing pretty well so far, so not a big deal. Lewis Whitebass says Naka is a football kind of guy. I don't know if I'd say I'm a football kind of guy, but generally I do follow football. I mean, it is one of the sports I do follow quite a bit. Ice hockey is probably the sport that I follow the most, but football definitely is the second sport that I follow after ice hockey. So g6, rook b6. Now I'll just take the pawn. He takes king f1, and this is just a known endgame, which is just winning since I have rook and 2 pawns connected against a rook. Pretty much all the time when you get rook and 2 connected against a rook, it's almost always winning. There are a few exceptions, but they're very rare. So let's see. So queen e2, I'll play d5 again. He takes, I'll take. Knight f3, I'll play queen h5. Bishop e4, I'll just take. I'll offer an exchange of queens now. And if he wants to exchange queens, he can. If not, I mean, it's just going to be a normal position. So I'll play knight f6. Castles. I'm going to play queen e4. Try to force his queen away from e2 without much luck. I'll play bishop d6. Knight c3, queen f5 probably. So I play c4, I'll just castle. I'll play queen f5. I'm going to put the knight on d7 probably. We'll see what he wants to do here. He plays rook d1, I'll play knight d7. Position's looking pretty reasonable for me again. Rook e1. I could play bishop b4 here, but I really I'm starting to like this bishop on d6, so I'm going to just play play a6, prevent knight b5. So h3, play. Okay, so he wants to do something over here now. He might want to play g4 or do some weird stuff. So I'm just going to play h6, practical move, prevent anything. a3, I'll play rook f8. I'm going to go e5 here, I think. I think e5 is my next move. Although he plays b4. So I'll play bishop f8. I'll just drop the bishop back. c5 now has no tempo, and that would free up the d5 square for my knight. So now he plays g4. I'll play queen h7. Knight e5. I'll play a5. If he wants to exchange, he can exchange. He does have knight b5 here, but I think on knight b5 I'll just play rook e8. Or even just chuck the exchange with a b4. Adore Me says, what languages do you speak except English? Greetings from North. The only language I speak with some proficiency at the moment besides English is Italian. I speak a little bit of Spanish and Japanese, but it's very spattering and it's nowhere near proficient at any rate. So knight takes d7, I'll take. dc5. Now I've given him these pawns here, but play knight f6. I've given him this 2 versus 1 on the queen side, which was not very smart of me. But for now it looks okay, especially if I can get this knight to d5 possibly, or even play like rook a3 next move. The problem here is my queen is bad. That's the biggest problem I have in this position, is that I have a bad queen on h7. But it can also get into the game very quickly along this diagonal too. So queen b2, play rook a8. he takes on f8, I'll just play king f8, b5, and now I've got to figure out what I'm doing. So if I take, he's probably going c6, and that could be really disastrous. So I'm going to play queen g6. And now I'm definitely going to try and take advantage of the fact that white played h3 and g4, because I'm definitely going to look to sack on g4 now. So the Rook Twirler says, "Hey Knock, is your wall orange or is that a projector screen?" That is actually the color of the wall behind me. I had a couple of people earlier today actually tell me that it's a terrible color. So I don't know why they said that, but I think I'll let people judge for themselves if they think it's good or not. So b6, knight takes g4. So now I'm threatening knight e3 with checkmate with the discovery on the king. If he takes on g4, I think this is probably just a draw, but maybe I can play like rook a4 or something here. I mean, does rook a4 work? I mean, I don't know if rook a4 works. It looks interesting. So rook a4, b7, queen h4, king g2, rook g4, king f1, queen h3, king e2, and I don't have anything. It doesn't look like. Is there any way I can somehow... I don't really see anything here, but I'm just going to see if I can do something. So I'll play queen g... Actually, why did I play queen g5? Now I gave him king f1. That was stupid of me. Very stupid of me, in fact. Because now I gave him king f1, and now I'm in trouble. Although he doesn't have a whole lot of time again. He's being incredibly slow. It's this one thing I noticed is that he's been very, very slow throughout. So rook b3. So now if I get b7, I'm doing fantastic. So queen e5. So I'll just take. Now if knight d6, I have the check on g4. So queen b2. Probably is knight c5, rook b5, knight d7, king g8. So he plays knight d6. What does knight d6 do? I'm going to play rook b1. If he takes, I'll check. And now I'm going to take. And now he's going to have to play like queen g3. And now again, he has no time. He has no time, and he's getting mated probably. In fact, he's just mated in one. So... that was not perfect play from Dulles, but anyway, moving on. Let's see if he wants to play anymore. If he's done for now. He left the room, so that means he's probably done. So I'm gonna see if I can play Yakov, I guess, or not, or I'll play Dulles again if he's ready for more. Or I guess he's not. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can't play Yakov then. Yakov has changed his formula, it seems. I can't seem to challenge him some way. It's like a lot of people I'm noticing is saying your challenge does not match the member's current settings. I don't know why that is. That seems to be happening a lot more than usual of late, at least. So, So Rab Krish asks, does my name have anything to do with any traces back to Japanese, any Japanese ancestors? Yes, I am actually half Japanese, so I do have relatives who do live in Japan. So yes, I am half Japanese, and the name is a Japanese last name. So let's see. So who's here? I'm gonna reload the web page quickly. Let's see. So let's see. So okay. So now I'm back. Let's see. Does Jakov want to play? Doesn't look like he wants to play at the moment. Let's check the bullet list. See who's on. Okay, it's the same guys. Cam VP is on, but I guess I don't know if he's not playing or what he's doing. Maybe I can play the Lancer. Or again, a lot of my challenges is I keep getting this does not match the user's settings or something along those lines. I don't know what that's all about. So who else is on? Nurmi TV is on. Maybe he'll play. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna play some Bug House. I'll make it interesting now. Let's see. Will this show up. Someone just asked me to play Bughouse. Maybe I'll play a game or not. Maybe not. I'll just get back to playing regular chess. Okay, so Dulles challenges me again. So I don't know what's going on. He seems to always abort when he's black to get white the next game. This is like the third time he's done this. Although now he challenges... I don't even understand what's going on here. So this is just weird. So in the meantime, while I wait for another opponent, I'll pull up the chat, see what you guys are asking. Marin Katome writes, have you considered getting a mouse sponsor? I'm not exactly. I mean, I've actually used the same mice for pretty much ever since I started playing online. I don't know if people can see it, but I just have some, a standard Logitech, just a standard cordless Logitech mouse. It's a little bit dirty, obviously. If you look closely at it, you can see that I've used it a lot, But yeah, I've used cordless mice pretty much since I started playing online. I mean, I've never gone for any fancy stuff, so it's never really been necessary for me. I know there are a lot of people who use like optical mice or things along those lines, but I haven't. For me, I haven't. So I've never had issues. So the Rook Twirler writes, your hand doesn't cramp up from that mouse. Yeah, I've never had many issues with that, actually, for the most part. I mean, if I play for like 5-6 hours, and sometimes it does, but generally I don't have issues. Now, I see someone accepted a challenge, so Dulles... Okay, so Dulles is ready to resume the match. So we'll see. So here he plays a slightly different setup. I'll play f5, and knight f6, and see how he wants to play this. I'll just take... He can take probably, or he can play knight g2 possibly. I'll play knight a6 here. So now he kind of has to take, or else he lets me play knight c5. And now the knight's awesome as it protects pretty much everything here. So knight d3. Now if he moves the bishop, I'll take. And I noticed also in the chats, I think it was Chessbase said, clean your mouse. Yeah, I sometimes I do, right. Usually I don't even notice, and don't forget I've also had this mouse for quite a while now. I mean, obviously I was just in St. Louis as well, so I'll consider it at a certain point in time. But right now I'm just focusing on playing good chess more so than cleaning a mouse. So d5, probably he'll take. I'm assuming I'll take with the pawn, and then maybe his f3. Not simple to play for either side right now, but I think I'm okay here. I'll play bishop e7. So he takes, I'll take. So let's see, so is he going to take on f6 or not? Probably he will. But I think I'm okay here. Okay, so he plays bishop takes e4 instead. Okay, so now I assume I should just take on d4, but we'll see. If I take on d4, he goes king g2, and then if I take on e4 and play bishop e5, I think I'm okay. And if he goes queen b3, I just go queen d7. And if he doesn't go queen b3, I get d5 for my queen. So, plays queen a4. Ah, I can't play queen d7. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Oh, now I'm probably just lost then. I just completely forgot that he could do that. Yeah, that's gonna be a big problem. So I'll try to struggle on somehow and hope against hope that I'm not just lost here on the spot, but probably I'm just completely lost. I'll play rook f8. Takes, probably queen d3. Probably I'll just take on b2. Again, this should just be lost, but you never know what can happen. It is Blitz after all, so bishop b2. rook f1. I mean, this is really kind of bad. I'll play queen d8. I don't know why, but suddenly I just started lagging quite badly. So I don't know what's going on exactly, but knight d4. Yeah, this is just going to be lost in a move or two. I mean, I'm probably just going to resign. Yeah, there's not even really a point. I don't know why I started lagging, though. Let me see what just happened. Because I just noticed that it became very, very slow suddenly. So just give me 1 second to see what's going on. But I think I'm done. I'm not going to play Dulles anymore because he's being kind of annoying. Just like, he keeps aborting games, then he plays when he wants to. So if he aborts this game, then I'm not going to play him anymore. But if he wants to play both colors, then we can play definitely. Castle, play c4. I don't really know what's going on. Suddenly I'm like really, really slow. I don't know why. This is really kind of annoying. Let's see why I'm so slow. Okay, so d5, knight f3. Now speed seems fine again, so let's see. Okay, so a3, bishop c3 probably. Plays knight e4, so I'm going to take. Play queen d4 here. Or just simply rook c1, or just bishop d3. I think bishop d3 makes the most sense. So he takes, I'll take. If he plays bishop g4, I'll just... we'll see. So, okay, so if he takes, I'll take. If he plays like bishop g4, I'll just take on e4. And yeah, I think... who was it who wrote that? Max, that seems like stream lag. I'm not sure what the lag is, but it's not a big deal at any rate. So I'll play b4, make him take the bishop. Now if bishop a6, probably b5. If takes on c4, I can just take the pawn because I've got a check here on c3. So queen f6. So now the question is how to proceed. So I think here I will proceed with queen d4. Because now if he goes bishop a6, I can just play b5 again. Or knight e5 as well. Both are possible. So he plays bishop a6. Now the question is, do I want to play b5? Yeah, I think I do. And if he takes, I'll just take on f6 and take on d5, or just take on d5 right away, in fact. And with this structure, so he plays b4. So now I can play rook c1, which I think I will. So now if he takes on d4, I'll just take back with the knight. So he plays b3. So he's trying just to do something here right away. But can't I just take on f6 and throw in a check and take a6? Or am I missing something here? Let's see. So takes, rook takes a6. Takes, b2, knight d2, rook b8. I mean, maybe it's just headed for just another endgame, which is just going to be like drawn or something. I mean, this is kind of weird. King g7, rook a6, and b2. Then I have rook a8. So takes, b2, knight d2, rook b8, and then like knight b1, rook b5. Rook b5 could be an issue. Rook b5. Rook a2, rook c5. At any rate, this looks like it's headed for another... Ooh, king f5. What is king f5? That is not the move that I was expecting, however. So now I can play... I can take and play knight d2, maybe? Why can't I just take? Just takes, and if b2, knight d2, rook b8, and then... Somehow I feel like with this king, Yeah, he misplayed this because now as you're going to see, this king on f5 is completely misplaced. So b2, now I take, and then play rook b1. If king e4, I'm going to go king f1, and now if rook a1, I go king e2 and knight d2. And it's just completely boxed in. Although, maybe not. Maybe I just blundered, actually. Maybe not. I forgot that actually with this way he has king c4. So this is going to be tricky. So king c3, king b3, knight c3. 5. Now I'll play e4. g5. I'll play e5. Play king d3. And actually here I'm just going to win because the knight's so much better. And black can't progress with these two pawns where they are on the board. So I'll play f4. I'll take. Play f4. Now I'll play now I play f5, and now king d4, I have e6. Knight c3, now I go knight e4, and now I have this awesome knight, this power knight on e4 that basically just finishes him off here. So I'll play the same thing, see if I can get him with this again. See how he wants to play this. Play c5. Although this is turning into some kind of weird English now. So I'll play knight f6. Although I just allowed e5 here. That might have been bad. But he plays d3, just conservative. Play h3. I'll play knight e8. Play knight d4. f4. I can play f5, I guess. I think I'm just going to play e6. Although I don't know what the point of e6 was, if I'm going to let him play like bishop f2 now. So now I think I'm going to take on e2, because now b2 is hanging. Queen e2, and now I'll play f5. And basically try to play along this diagonal. So obviously if he takes, I'll take. Plays rook d1, I'm going to play knight d6. e5, I'm going to take. I'll play knight f7. I'll take. If he takes with the rook, I'm going to go d6. And now he'll probably play rook fd1, but then I can just play queen c8 and sidestep everything. Now I'll pre-move bishop d4, because if he doesn't take with the pawn, obviously the move won't be executed. So we'll see how he wants to do here. So what else is there? So he took with the rook. I kind of thought he might play like this. I mean, he's got this knight b5 idea, so I do have to be careful. But I don't think it's sufficient here. So I'm going to take. He takes, now I have queen c6. Probably I'll play queen f3, I assume. But again, I think it's not quite sufficient here. So he plays b4. Okay, so he wants to play c5. So if I take, king f7, c5, takes, rook c8, d7, I'm too slow. Yeah, I'm a little bit too slow. So I can play a5, or I can just play bishop e7 here. And I'll just take. He's probably going to take with the pawn, I would assume. Or he could take with the bishop too, I guess. Although if he takes with the bishop, then I probably take the knight. So he takes with that. I'll play a6, and if he plays c6, I'll play bishop d8. And basically the point behind the a6 is that I cover the b5 square. So now he can't play knight b5 because I'm covering the square. So he plays bishop c5. I'll play. It's going to be hard to win this, I have to admit. I'm not sure I can actually. So I'll play rook b8, try to do something. So he plays knight b7. Now I can play bishop c7 though. King e3. I'll play. Ooh, this might be quite dangerous. I have to be very careful now. So I'll play rook b8, rook c8. This could be very dangerous. I have to be very, very careful here. So he has knight d6 maybe? He plays king d4, but now can't I play bishop b8? Knight a5, and maybe I just have to force a draw here with bishop c7. So knight c4, I just go bishop d8. So I don't really want to take a draw here, but I don't see anything better. King f7, bishop d6, or bishop b6. It's just too dangerous. Unless I can check on d8. But I don't see it. I mean, I really don't see it here. So I'm just going to... Although now he goes knight c4, and now I think... Wait, bishop d8, bishop b... Wait, what? Bishop d8? And now he's blundered. Now he just blundered away the pawn. So a4, so now I just take, and now he's losing. Now this is definitely... White's definitely losing here. But now it's more a matter now of technique, how I take advantage of how I play against his a5 pawn. So g4, I'll play king f7. If knight d6, I just take, so I'm going to play king e8. And now it's worth noting this bishop is also kind of trapped on b6. It's a little bit, not trapped, but it's stuck, and it can't do much. So let's see. Okay, so bishop b2. a4. I'll play e4, try to make it interesting. Try to play something normal with b3, with I guess b3 and a4 having been thrown in. I mean, it's kind of weird, but so he plays a3. I'll play bishop c1. d5. I'll play e5. And now it's worth noting this is kind of like a French, but there was a pawn on a3 that I can just snatch here. So play bishop b5. Bishop d7. I'll just take. And I'll just castle. He'll probably play d4, and then I'll play bishop b2. And I'm just going to go g5, wow. Play d3. Probably he'll play g4 here, I assume. Or bishop g7, one of the two. Or just knight e7, okay. So I'll play knight d2 now. Maybe g4, knight g5 or something. Knight g6. No, he wants to play g4, obviously. So how best to combat that? I'll just play knight e4. I'll try to force him to simplify into something a bit cleaner that's not so clear. So I'll play c3, and now probably he'll take. I would assume takes bishop c3, bishop g7. It's about equal. I mean this isn't really what I wanted, but it's a game at least. So probably he'll take, but I'm not sure. Probably. Bishop g7, I'll play knight d3. With knight f3, I'll just take. And we'll see how he plans to play this. So checkmate 1 writes, Nak has definitely tilted his opponent. I don't know if I've tilted him. He just seems to be playing strange stuff, really. That's what it seems to be more than anything. So here I can take on b7, or I can play rook d3. I like rook d3 more. It seems more logical to try and take advantage of this bad pawn here on f3. So bishop b4, I will take the pawn because I always have knight d6 coming. If king e7, in worst case, I can play e5, but probably I'll just play rook fd1, and or king e7, rook d4, for example. So he plays castles. So now I don't want to take the pawn on f3 right away. So here I'll play rook fd1. And now if he plays rook b8, I can play knight d8 even. So now rook a2, I'll take the pawn on f3. And my knight here is fine. It has d8, it has d6, multiple squares. And the rook on f3 is very nice too, as it can put pressure on f7 later on. So what are the questions of relevance here? Let's see. So Rab Krish asks, is 24 a bad age to start professional chess as a career? I think in general, trying to play chess as a professional player is very hard to begin with. So if you're not already up there if you're not already a strong grandmaster, probably by the time you're about like 17, I would say, or 17, 18 at the latest, you shouldn't. I mean, it's not a real consideration. Let me put it that way. So okay, so f5. I'm gonna play knight d8 here. If he takes on e4, I'll take on f8. So actually I can pre-move that and just take knight e6. And now obviously, actually if he takes, I can play rook d4, but then bishop e1. So I'll just take, play knight g5. I guess he has e3 here. Bishop c5, I'll just take the pawn. King h1. And he has bishop f4. I completely forgot about that move. Okay, so that was or I can play rook e1, I guess. King d6, but now I can get out of jail. I can play knight f6 and check. And I mean, I'm definitely going to try to flag him now. Although I probably won't be able to because it's... Although he's being very, very slow again. Like, he's not being fast. He seems very, very slow. I don't know why. I mean, I've played him a lot at Bullet, and he's usually very, very fast. But he seems very slow tonight. In fact, he seems slow the other night, too, actually. So I don't know what's going on. So, alright. So, score 9-1 right now. So he can take with the queen, I guess. He'll just take with the knight. I'll play bishop g7. Some kind of weird Maroxy, but I've got the bishop on b7 right away, which should be a good thing. So I'll play knight f6. Probably I'll play f3. Although normally in a Maroxy, you don't play h4. So he plays h5. So I think he's kind of on tilt here, actually. He's playing strange moves somewhere. Knight f5. Now how best to play? I can take on c3. I think I'll just play simple. Just take on c3 and play queen c7 and just castle long and get out of the way of any nonsense. So knight g7. Play king d8. If queen h5, I'll play queen e5. If knight h5 here, I can play queen e5 anyway because these pawns are all so loose. Plays f4. I think I'm gonna play knight a5. I can play rook g8. A lot of good moves here. I'm gonna go rook g8. Although here he might have knight f5 against this. Probably wasn't the ideal way to play this, but I'll play rook g4. Oh, now I just allowed knight h6. Knight h6, but rook f4, I guess, and I'm probably okay. But this, I've kind of made a bit of a mess out of this, so I need to kind of focus a little bit. So Micron writes, Dubov is tilted like the Tower of Pisa. Yeah, maybe he is tilted at this point, but I mean he's been way too slow in a lot of games. Like, most people know that I like to flag people, but normally if you reach a position with plenty of time on the clock, I won't do that. But he's been very, very slow throughout, so I don't know if it's because it's late or what's going on, but he's just been generally all around very, very slow. So knight a5, queen d4, maybe I'll play e5, or just f6, maybe just f6. Stop any mate threats on h8 here with the queen. And also c4 and c3 are quite weak too. So he plays bishop h3. So now I can play e5 if I want to. I don't know if I want to, but e5, queen d3, queen c4 looks pretty reasonable. Knight c4, bishop g4 is also reasonable. But I like e5. I like e5. It makes sense. And he can go queen d6, but I can just take. And take on g3. So he plays queen d3, so now I'm going to take. And I'm just going to play this position where I've just got, I don't know what I have. I have extra something. I have extra, wow, he castles, but now I can just take and take on e4. And I think it's just, yeah, it's just over, so. Okay, so let's see, so, alright. So next game, okay, so he's gonna keep playing this g6, I'll play d4. Take, probably he'll play knight f6 again, I assume. This time he's not going to, okay. Okay, he's gonna play this slightly differently this time. I'll castle. Probably d6, c4. He's going to play d5. Okay, so d5, c4. So I guess there's a question, who would I rather fight 10 baby-sized Dannies or one Danny-sized baby? I assume that's referring to Danny Wrench. I'm going to assume that's what it's referring to, although I'm not sure. I would much rather fight against one normal-sized Danny than 10 little Dannies. So I am threatening bishop c5 here. Not that I'll do it, but it is there. I'll just play knight d2. And if he plays c5, I can just take. I'm hoping he blunders that, but I don't think he will. No, he's a little bit too good for that. So he plays b6. I'll play queen b2. Probably bishop b7, then I'll play like rook fd1. Plays c5 right away, bishop c3. Bishop b7, and now I'll play... You can play rook fd1, or I'll play rook fd1. Basically, I want to keep a square maybe for my bishop to drop back to f1 at some point. So we'll see what he wants to do here. So rook d7, I'll play... Now I need to think. I can play bishop b5, I guess. Not crazy, but I'll just play knight f3. So if there are any questions, anything like that, let me know. So rook d8, I'll take, and on rook d7 I play knight e5. And what, he wants to go knight e4, bishop f7? Oh, if I play bishop f7, sorry, if I play bishop f7, he can play queen f7. I just, oof, not good. Just a blackout, complete blackout. Oof, I'm in some trouble then. But I don't really have anything better, so I kind of have to go for it at this point. So, I mean, this is not very good, obviously, but you never know. So rook f7. I can play f3 if I want to. I don't really want to, obviously, but I don't really have anything. This is really not very good to begin with. So let's see. So I play rook b1. He'll play rook takes f2. f3, bishop d2. I don't really have anything as far as I can tell. But I'm going to have to try it anyway. And he's going to take. I'm going to go king f1. Probably, yeah, if he finds a5, I'm in real trouble here. So I can still play king somewhere, maybe. King e2? Maybe king e2, bishop d4, rook c1 or something, or rook e1 maybe? Yeah, because on bishop a6 I can go king d1. I mean, this is pretty terrible, but it might not be just lost. It might not be just lost right away, though. So let's see what he's gonna do here. So he plays bishop c6. So he's playing to trap my queen. If I take, he has rook f2 and bishop b2. If I play like, I don't know, like queen c1 or something, or king d1 maybe. I think I'll play king d1. Let's see. So if he plays knight c3, king c2, knight d5, queen c1, bishop d7. I don't know if I have anything here really. I'll play king d2. Again, I seem to be lagging, unfortunately. This is kind of annoying. Play b4. Probably he'll take. King c1. King c1. Now this. There's too much lag. Well, on the bright side, at least this game I'm just losing, fortunately. So it can't be too upset about that one. But that was annoying, the lag at the end of that game. So alright, let's just rook c1, I'll play knight d7, probably b4 again I would assume, or d5, I'll play e5. Knight d2, so I'm going to play c6 here. Try to chip away to center a little bit. Now I'll play f5. f3, I'll play h5. So now he plays rook a1. I'm going to go king h7. I'll let him exchange the rooks here if he wants to. I really want to exchange these dark square bishops if I can. So he plays queen a1. Interesting. So he really wants to just play like some kind of endgame here, I guess. I guess that's his plan. Queen c1. I'll play f4. Now I might actually try and attack him over here on the king side. Because now that without dark square bishops, it's going to be very hard for him to attack over here on the queen side. So knight b3, I'll play rook c8. Queen b2, I'll play g5. So someone's gonna get mated probably. I mean, I'm either gonna mate him on the king side or he's probably gonna crash on the queen side. But still, my queen side does look like it's holding so far. It doesn't look like it's that bad, so maybe he'll take with the e pawn, I guess. I mean, but here I can still play b5, I think. But b5 he's going to do something. I also can play e4 maybe. e4 actually looks good. I like e4. I like the concept of e4 at least. Even if it's not a good move, I like the concept. So now he plays rook e1, so I can play knight e5 probably. Okay, so he wants to take, so maybe I just go e3 in fact. Just e3 and ignore it completely. And next move I really want to put a knight on e5, like in a move or two now. And so far everything is holding. So my king here, there are no real weaknesses. So now he plays h4, which I kind of saw, but it didn't strike me as being overly dangerous. I'm gonna go rook g8. If he takes, I'll take queen f4, knight d3. Plays queen e4. Aha. Finds a good move. Okay, so now I'm gonna go I have to be careful now. So let's see. So he's threatening. What is he threatening? So if I take on d3, for example, he doesn't have a threat. I don't really want to take on d3, but I don't see anything better. So I'll take. He takes. I'll play queen f8. Bring my queen closer to this to the king side. Try and create some threats on the g file here. So he plays knight d4. And I really don't like taking on h4, but I think it's probably the correct way to play this. Now I can play h3 too. I can also just play queen f6. I think I'm just going to play queen f6, and on knight e6, just knight g6, just holding all the glue together. So king f1. So he's trying to run with his king now. So if knight g6, I allow knight f5. On h3, he takes. I'm going to play rook a8, take the a file here. Take the only open file on the entire board. Although I did blunder queen takes e7. I'm lucky I have queen takes d4 here. Now somehow I'm still okay here. I don't know how, but do I have e2? I think I do have e2. And on rook e2, rook a1, rook e1, queen c4, king g1. I'll take. Play queen f1, and I should just be mating him, I think. So queen d7, king e5, and there is no perpetual here. Okay, I think I'll start trying to play more normal chess now. So let's see. Let's see what I can do. Play e3, knight f3, c4. c5, d5. Oh, he plays b5, not e6. Oh, well. Okay, so I was not expecting that. b4, okay. I'll play knight bd2, and I'm going to have to play for e4 at some point now. But maybe I'll just play bishop d3 first, just to get everything on the ideal squares first. So a5, I'll play rook b1. a4, I'll just play b3. And basically, I just want to put this bishop on this long diagonal. Rook a2, I'll play queen c1. Probably he'll play knight bd7, I'm guessing, and I'll play rook e1. Knight b6. I can play rook a1, but then he'll play like some kind of weird something or rather. I'm not crazy about it, so I'm just going to play h3, prevent knight g4, I guess. And I'm going to play like knight f1, knight g3, or knight f1, knight e3 maybe also. Just to see what exactly he's trying to play for. So now I can play rook a1 though. Yeah, now I can play rook a1 because rook b2, he hangs the bishop on a6. So now in a way he kind of has to take on a1. Or does he? Or no, he doesn't, because b3 is hanging. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. That was a mistake. Although I can maybe still take. Yeah, maybe I can take, because now if he takes on d5, I can play e5, but I can also just play queen c2, I think. Because now if he takes, can I just take on d5? Can I play ed5 and de6? And I'm going to go for it at any rate. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be possible. Because bishop c3, I'm going to take e6, and all his pawns are on the wrong squares here. So if he takes, I'll take. He's going to have to take. I'm going to take. And I don't know if this is good or not. He has king g7. I can play knight g3 probably. Knight g3, bishop f2, king f2, rook f8, knight h5. This looks possible. So I'm going to play knight g3 and see what his idea is. So he plays bishop c3. So now I'm going to knight f5, king g6, knight e7, king f6 is nothing. So I think I'll throw in a check. king h8. Now I think I'm going to play queen c1 here. Plays bishop g7 correctly. And now how to proceed, or is there a way to proceed? Not sure there is. I mean, I might just have to take and play some kind of endgame. Although here I have queen a1, sorry. I have queen a1 check, sorry. So no, I'm actually doing fine then. I forgot that I had queen a1. So now I will play, what will I play? Knight h5 maybe? Just knight h5, so when he takes I have queen a1 with check. And if he doesn't, then this long diagonal is going to come into play either way. So I'll play knight f4. Queen f6. I'm going to play knight h2. He has queen c3, queen d1 probably. And if he does something else, knight d7, I'll play knight g4. I mean, and now he gives me this check again. This check is always a killer. This check on this long diagonal. No, I can play knight e6 if I want to. I think I'm just gonna play like, yeah, why not? I'm gonna play knight e6. Play queen a7, takes, and something. Because here I am up a pawn. It's worth noting. So. Queen e4. We can play knight e3, I guess. And now he kind of has to make a quick decision because I'm threatening knight d8. And all his pieces are... They're in a state of flux at the moment, so he has to figure out what he's doing right away. So, right, so king h7, I'll play knight d8. Queen c7. Now he's getting really boxed in here on the queen side. All his pieces are getting stuck. So is that it? No, that's not it. He wants more. Bishop d3. I'll play e6. Play d5. He takes. I'll take with the queen. I don't have to take with the queen, but we'll see. This again is slightly dubious. White should be a little bit better here, but I don't see any reason it should be the end of the world. So, alright, so knight c3, bishop e7, I'm just going to castle, play knight bd7. d5, I'll take. If he takes, I can probably take, but I don't see any reason to try and go for complications. Makes more sense just to keep playing simple chess. Now I can definitely take on d5. Takes, what is it the point? Okay, I call the bluff, I take. Take. I don't understand what he's... Okay, so knight c7, so now I have bishop f3, for example. Bishop f3, queen f3, queen c7, queen a8, knight c6, he's got bishop h7 at the end. So I can't do that. So I guess I kind of have to just take. And now if he really wants to be bold, he can maybe take h7, but it's hard to believe that could possibly work. So I'll play h6. Rook c1. I'll play queen f4. Try and force a knight to a bad square here, like h3. Old Climber writes, poor kid, Naka, stop it, let's go to bed. I feel like playing more and more. Why not? I mean, if he's gaming, he wants to play. There's no reason to stop playing. So rook c7. I'll play bishop c6. Try to trap this rook here, maybe like with queen d8 or something. Rook E1, that's a good move. I actually didn't see that. I'll play knight D7. Now he can take on C6 and probably just equalize, but I don't think he'll do that. But we'll see. So it's his move. So takes. And this position's very equal. Knight F4, for example, probably kills the entire game. Knight F4, Knight F6, Knight D5 is what I'm referring to. And he played it naturally. I mean, it's kind of hard not to play Knight F4. It's a simple move, so unless I can do something here on this back rank, like in the next like half move or something, I mean, I'm probably just gonna make a draw quickly. So let's see. So Queen B3. I can play Rook D2 here. It looks like it doesn't look like it loses. So G3. Now if I play Queen C5, he has Rook E8. So I'll just play Queen D7. Take complete control of this D file. Keep the rook on. Keep pressure on these queenside pawns. Now maybe here I can try to do something, I don't know, like G5 maybe, or maybe Queen F5, Rook F3. Doesn't quite work. I mean, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play G5, why not? So Queen C3, now I'll check. I'll throw in another check. Now, if Rook F3, I have G4. If plays King H3, wow. Okay, so King H3. I don't have G4 anymore. He's threatening to mate me now, so I have to be careful. I could always play Rook D4, and now I'm threatening to mate him in one with G4. So he plays G4. I'm gonna play H5. I'll take, play Queen D7. Probably he'll play Rook G3, or no, he won't. He'll play Rook E8. Wow, that was terrible. That was really bad. Does he have like does he have bad lag or something? Because he just seems to be extremely slow to finish every game, and I don't really understand why. Because I should have lost that game. I mean, if he was maybe he's on like a touchpad or something. Because he should have won that game. I mean, he really should have. He had about 5 seconds. It wasn't that hard to win all my pawns and promote. So I don't know what's going on with Dulles tonight. So I'll play Knight BD2. Maybe he'll play A3 here. No, he plays Bishop G4. I'm gonna play like I'm gonna play C4. Try to develop my pieces. Plays D4. Okay, so now I'm gonna play A3, and if he takes, I'm gonna take with my queen. Now this is some kind of weird like Benko or not Blumenfeld. This is more like some kind of Benko sort of position that I don't really understand what's going on. So so takes. Rook A6, good move. He wants to play Rook B6 if I take, so I'm gonna play C5 here. Again, now I'm threatening to take the pawn on B7. And so now let's see, what's he gonna? So he plays Rook A7. Now I have Knight G5 here. I really want to do something. I feel like there should be more than just developing, but I don't see it right off. Maybe like Knight c4, I'm going to play knight c4. I'll just play knight c4 and try to develop. Bishop e6. Now I can play knight g5 if I want to. But I'm just going to castle because by putting the bishop on e6, he's stopped himself from developing here. So now I'm going to play e4. So I assume he'll take d, e, f, e, and then the game will continue. Like e6, I can play d4. I mean, e4 is a gambit move. I don't really like it that much, so I'm just going to play d4. If he plays knight a5, I'll just play queen a4 check and queen c2. Bishop c6, queen c2, knight c4, queen c4. And the position's about equal again. I mean, I missed my chance. I mean, probably I should have been significantly better there for a bit, but I missed the opportunity. Now I just kind of have to just play like a normal game again. So bishop e4. Now I'm going to play knight d2. I'll take. Maybe he'll play h4. I don't know, actually. Plays b6. I can take if I want to. I don't have to, but it makes sense just to take and create a big center here. So just takes e4 and play with the center that I have. Because white's played h5 and he has a king on e8, so he's gonna have to play h4 probably if he intends to ever castle. So h4, I'm gonna play g4. Probably he'll play h3. I'll play king h1. Now I've got g5 also to dislodge this knight from f6. So knight h7, and now I feel like there should be something here. There really should be, but I don't see it. So I'll just play knight f3, keep playing. So castles, queen e3, rook c7. Now I'm going to play rook g1. I really want to play g5, g6 if I can. Oh, he has rook c2. Yikes. So queen b3. Queen c8. Now, I don't really want to do this, but I don't have anything better, so I'm just going to exchange, and we're going to reach some kind of endgame, I guess. Knight f6, but now I can, wait, now I can just take. Now do I play e5, or do I take on e6? I think I just, or if I take on e6, he takes on e4. So I played g5, bishop e7, it doesn't quite work. I think I'll play e5 here. If bishop e7, then I'll probably play d6. Although I did give him bishop g5. But bishop g5, I'll play rook d1. And I'll basically try to, I've got this d file maybe to play with. Play d7. Although I did misplay this, because I'm going to end up losing this d7 pawn, unfortunately. I think. Maybe not. I've got, wait, rook d4 he's going to take, so yeah, I kind of misplayed this a little bit. I mean, because queen d3 is rook d7. I'm just going to have to play moves now. And does he have a threat here? I don't see a threat right off. So what do I do? Play a5. And again, I don't know what's going on. Every time he gets low on time, something bad seems to happen. So I don't know what's going on. But, alright, that was strange. Okay, so Dulles writes, good game. So I guess that's it then. I guess he's done. Very strange. Very strange. Oh, he says not even a mouse. So I'm guessing it means he's not using a mouse, or he's using some kind of like touchpad or something. I don't know what that means, but that's not surprising because he seems to be extremely slow tonight, as I have mentioned. So.